Guys, you can't get mad at me. I told you in the last animation video that if it did well, I was gonna force another one down your throat. I'm just a man of my word. You guys made the last one do well, so this video getting made is your fault. Take some responsibility. Hi again, guys, and Lhuegeny is probably my favorite person on earth. I thank him every night before bed for creating his masterpieces so I can say funny things about them. You guys know what's gonna happen. Lhuegeny has tons of equally nostalgic and hard-to-watch animations to look back on, so naturally, we're going to look back at them. Today we're watching FNaF World the Musical, a song based on the game that even Scott Cawthon kind of wants to forget he made. And if you guys enjoy this video, there will be this big card at the end that if you click or tap will take you to a playlist of every video I've ever made like it. If you're looking for more videos covering animations like this, or just something to bitch from me, that'll do the trick. It really helps me out if you guys click, and it's scientifically proven that it will make me attracted to you. Speaking of smelling stuff though, I want to tell you about this video's sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription company that lets you shop from over 600 brands. It's super flexible and lets you skip any month without penalties. I personally got the Mercedes-Benz Sign and the Michel Germain Sexual Noir fragrances. These vials come in really generous sizes, and the mechanism that it pops out with is just neat. I don't know, it just really satisfies some part of my inner ape brain. The Sign fragrance has a really satisfying mix of scents with that grapefruit and lavender, among other rich smells. And the Sexual Noir really reminds me of fun nights out. It's a smell to make memories to. I like to put the vial inside my nose and just inhale it sometimes. It's a great oxygen replacement. Scentbird carries top designer brands like Prada, Gucci, and Versace, and if you're looking to discover new fragrances, you can take a simple quiz right on the site. It accounts for your preferences, your previous purchases, and quiz answers to help you find something you'll definitely love. If you're interested, make sure to use my code Kwite for 55% off Scentbird at the first link in the description. It's just $7 for your first month. Thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now, back to sniffing other stuff.
We live in harmony on the flip side of real life. A sanctuary, but things went so wrong and now there's strife.
Okay, this is easily the first video from Lhuegeny I've seen where the animation does the original art style better. I don't know how many of you have played FNaF World before. If you haven't, you can catch me playing it on the second channel, but all the character models look like this. Something is just not right about turning man-eating machines into huggable plush RPG characters. These are somehow more terrifying than the original models for completely different reasons.
There are bizarre creatures that run around making weird sounds. We weren't equipped for this, so we just use our own moves like the pizza wheel on hot cheese attack. Freddy throws his mic, watch the mic go smack, doing what?
God damn, Freddy has the meanest pitcher's arm I've ever seen. If he rolled up into Major League Baseball with that throw, he would probably be blowing the heads off of dudes with each strikeout, just popping on left and right. And it's in that kind of violence where I think this video captures the essence of the game super well. The presentation of Freddy singing is all happy-go-lucky with smiles and bright colors, and it's all a fucking lie. Under the shiny surface of FNaF World is a nightmare, and under Freddy's smile is a lust for violence. Call him Melly because when he pitched that microphone, he absolutely had murder on his mind.
Weekend, Bonnie plays Bash Jam, happy birthday. Chica throws her cupcake.
Ugh. Oh my god, why did that actually whip? Lord knows I spend a lot of time joking about how this guy's songs are absolutely lathered, just oiled up in layers of auto-tune grease. But if that's any indication, he's been holding the fuck out on us. That blew me away, like if you couldn't tell. Something about that cupcake chorus slowly building up and then just crashing back down to earth like a SpaceX shuttle actually went hard as fuck. I can't lie, I gotta give credit where it's due. And there goes all the goodwill. The more I spend an unhealthy amount of time critically analyzing and dissecting these videos that were never meant to be critically analyzed or dissected, the more of Lhuegeny's process I feel like I start to understand. The first character that sings in a video will always have Lhuegeny's iconic auto-tuned skull-stabbing voice, every time without fail. And then when a new character comes around, it makes sense that he wants to differentiate them, so he performs them in a different way. But why in the hell did Foxy have to sound like a printer screeching about how it ran out of ink?
Defeat the chipper, then our work is done and pass the hills. Then cruise through Choppy's woods and make our way to Dustin Field. We fight a snowman who just lost the bounce with miniguns. Then melt him down with an explosion that was caused by his pizza wheel on hot cheese.
Okay, I'm a little concerned for Balloon Boy here. Riding the pizza wheel like that has to be the equivalent to taking a sander to your genitals. If he wasn't before, that motherfucker is perfectly smooth down there now. And if you've played the game, you'd know that those pizza wheels are essentially projectile weapons. I don't know how he's managed to not cut himself in half over this. I'd really love a Genius lyric explain video just for one of these songs. These tracks have more streams than half the ones that end up getting explainer videos anyways. Lhuegeny should just go bar for bar explaining the deeper meaning of his writing. Yeah, so when I was writing the song, I thought of that line about throwing pizza wheels because in the game, there's this move where you throw pizza wheels. Speaking of lyrics, I have a song too. Stream Pest, available everywhere. Link in the description. I am going to hell. If you watch those cupcakes come at you for too long, you'll probably start seeing them when you blink, just seared onto the inside of your eyelids. And speaking of cupcakes, did you know that strawberry shortcake G Fuel flavor tastes great when you put it in milk? Well, you can test that now because it's currently on sale. Just remember to use my link in the description, guys. You want to bet how many more plugs I can stuff in this video? I'm ready to go, motherfucker. Try me. That open-mouthed, bug-eyed stare Bonnie gives you just makes him seem like one of those inflatable dinosaur costumes. If I'm being honest, I don't really know why I thought of that. It just seemed important to make you aware. I'm gonna assume you're a normal person and have no idea what he just said. It's okay if you didn't, we're all in this together. This is like one big support group. According to the description, he says, they call it Flipside, distorted and broken, a digital world full of evil unspoken. We search for the source of trouble in the land, follow Freddy while we fight in our cutesy robot band. If I didn't know these were song lyrics, you could have told me it was a Bible verse and I'd believe you. Everybody's always like, none of these words were in the Bible. How did we stray so far from God? Well, if the big G didn't have the foresight to put those FNaF lyrics in his little diary, maybe he's not so worth listening to after all. If you're wondering why a chromed out version of Alvin from the Chipmunks is in this, basically Foxy just speed ran the lore for you into a consumable format, and Iron Giant over there is a big villain. I told you, these song parodies are, unfortunately, the best way to get newcomers up to speed on Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Anyways, here's my English translation of the lyrics. The chrome chunker over there was Chipper's Revenge, a character from one of Scott Cawthon's previous games who was really butthurt that Five Nights at Freddy's did well instead of their game. It's very meta, I know. Basically, he threw a shit fit about it, fought the FNaF cast, and got the shit beat out of him for it. There you go. Side note, I just really like the little woo Foxy does at the end. It's like a cheer from belting at all those lyrics and how it was killing his lungs to get it all out. So he's just all happy and celebrating at the end because he finally pulled it off. Yeah, it's just my headcanon. That section is actually a reference to something that's in the FNaF World game, but I know that when Lhuegeny saw that shit, he was like, fuck yes, a corner I can cut. That's the smart way to do it though. He found a spot that would be easier to animate than the rest of the video with all its custom artwork and motion tween characters bouncing up and down like some Oompa Loompas, but he did it in a way that was still in service of like a reference to the game. It's actually pretty neat. And yeah, it just ends there. It cuts off right after the drop. In like the last two times it happened, there was that sick Bonnie guitar solo that tied it all back together. But here, we just cut to black in complete silence. It's like you're about to come and suddenly you stop being horny. I imagine that it was formatted like that so the song could be looped infinitely easy enough, you know, just in case somebody wanted to lease the rights out and play it on loop for something like a children's birthday party. But it was so unsatisfying that I think I need to watch a bit of a different video, you know, just to take off the, edge.
Here's a little story about a man named Mike. He worked a job as security, he worked at night. I called him up with a little advice about them bad robot animals that don't play nice.
I decided to hop back to that first Five Nights at Freddy's musical Lhuegeny ever made because the phone guy design was basically the prototype for every animatronic to come after. He's easily one of the most iconic characters in the franchise, a guy who's literally a phone, and he didn't get a spot in FNaF World. It just feels like a major shame, so I wanted to show it off here. Anyways, that's all I got for you. If you're looking for more videos like this, that playlist should be on screen right now. Remember to like and subscribe, and to not go after anyone I talked about in today's video. It's a complete waste of time and makes you look like what was the word? Oh, right, a loser. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and what are the chances you'll see me in your dreams tonight?